Your doctor won't tell you that the root cause of diabetes is insulin resistance. And they also won't tell you that insulin resistance is reversible. Let's talk about what insulin resistance actually is. So here's how it works. When we eat anything, it is converted into glucose, a form of sugar. And insulin picks it up kind of like an Uber. It brings glucose in and brings it to the cell. And the cell says, oh, thank you very much. I really wanted this glucose. Thanks for bringing it over. But the problem occurs when we keep eating and eating. And the Uber picks it up and it brings it over to the cell. And the cell says, whoa, I'm good. I don't really need any more right now. And we keep eating and the cells are like, seriously, I'm good. I really don't need any more. And the body doesn't know what to do. So it keeps producing more and more insulin. And the cells keep resisting and saying, no, thank you. This conversation between the cells and the insulin is insulin resistance. So what does insulin do? Insulin tries to push the insulin anywhere and everywhere. And the cells keep resisting. So what does insulin do? It tries really hard not to let that glucose go, because when it lets the glucose go, that is diabetes. And he doesn't want that. So the body starts storing all of this glucose everywhere, anywhere it can. It creates fat, especially in and around your belly, in your liver, in and around your organs. It stores it in your cholesterol. It elevates your triglycerides. It creates fatty liver, and it stores it everywhere possible. So eventually, insulin loses the battle. And when it has nowhere else to put it, it will finally drop it in the bloodstream. And that is diabetes. So you can have years of being insulin resistant without being diabetic. And that's why when you go to the doctor and you do an A1C test, a diabetic test, it doesn't show up. It's usually normal and not diabetic. It could take years before the glucose starts dropping into your bloodstream. You're walking around in a state of insulin resistance and the A1C test will not pick it up. And by the time that the A1C comes back abnormal, you've had insulin resistance for years. And having many years and decades of having insulin resistance, now we're seeing insulin resistance of the brain. The bottom line is your nutrition is off. If you're carrying fat around your belly or your cholesterol is elevated, don't let a normal A1C fool you. You're probably insulin resistant and you're going to want to get that in check right away. Don't wait for your A1C to shift before you take action.